morning and welcome to the Muse. We are usually three entrepreneurs engaging in a thoughtful reflection and bold candor on issues that matter. And I am Nicolette Jones, owner of Feminitude LLC. And today we have some special people with us. No, this is not Sybil and this is not Amy. If you were just wondering, they're not with us today, but I am happy that we are doing a collaborative show today with Jennifer Johnson.
Yes.
From Jennifer to the Rescue. Jennifer,
Which
you wanna say
usually
hello?
follows this show. So
Yes.
we're doing it, we're combining efforts because we felt that this was an important subject to cover. So I'm
Absolutely.
glad to be here.
Yes, yeah. So, instead of fighting over who would have her on their show, we just said we'd do it together.
Yes, we would. Yes, we would. So I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, Jennifer, and we're glad you're here as well. And we also have with us today Lisa Fohl, who is the executive director of Hollis Adams, and she's going to be with us to talk with us about the organization. And we also have the program director with us today as well that we'll introduce
Correct.
you all
Kim.
later. Yes, Kim. And so, but what I want to do right now, Lisa, is just ask it, just kind of share with us just who you are first. We'll talk about the organization, but kind of just share with us your, who you are, your background, and then as we transition into the organization, maybe what led you into the work that you're doing.
Absolutely. Great. Thanks for this opportunity to
Sure.
be here. I'm glad I could join you guys
Yes.
today.
We're going to put you right in the hot seat. Right?
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
All we
That's
need is the
great.
spotlight.
That's great. I just said I'm Lisa Fohl, and I'm originally from a very small little town northwest of here, Fowler, Indiana. A wonderful little community, very friendly little community. And I traveled 100 miles away to come to Marian University. It was Marian College back then, in the 80s, to go to college. And I met my husband there on my very first day of school.
Really?
And ended up,
Wow.
he's from 100 miles south of here, another very small little burg, Cedar Grove, Indiana.
Okay.
And so 100 miles was right in between the two. We met and we're married and have stayed here ever since. And in the end of 1997, my mother passed away, and that left my brother, who has Down syndrome, who we've always been very, very close. My father was killed in a car accident years ago, so my brother all of a sudden was home by himself in this wonderful community that supported him and wanted to support him, but that just wasn't ideal. So Steve moved down here to be here, and this community embraced him beautifully. And he found a job at St. Pius X Catholic School as a janitor, worked there for 15 years, recently retired. But when Steve first moved here, he, although he was happy to be living with us and then ultimately found his own apartment and lived independently, he was very sad because he left all of his friends behind. And so I had 3 small children at the time, 8, 6, and 4. And
goodness.
every other weekend we were driving 100 miles back to Fowler, Indiana to visit with his good friends. So
that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice that he had those great friendships,
Yeah.
but kind of tough for us.
Oh, yeah.
So at that point in time, an individual, Connie Winchester, now Fink, great story there too, but we'll have to tell that another time. She embraced my brother and invited him to join this place called Hollis Adams Foundation. And it's really a wonderful organization where friendships are made. It is, friends meet there. We provide social, recreational, educational, and community activities. So adults with developmental disabilities can enjoy the same life experiences that you and I take for granted. So after that point, our life became so simple because Steve made friends here and just did, and has a wonderful, rich life now. And then I just decided, again, was invited by the same Connie, if I would join the board, and have been kind of paying it forward since. So
Wow.
there's my story.
What a story, though. I mean, and that was just, like the short version. I can't
Yes.
imagine. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine the
Yeah.
All the
long
details
version,
behind
the
that,
details.
right,
I'm sitting here
right.
like, I want to hear all the details.
And there are a lot of details. That's
Well,
right.
we will definitely
That's
be
right.
having you back because I know that you have things always ongoing that are needs of Hollis Adams. But
Absolutely.
why don't we, while we're thinking about it, where did the name Hollis Adams come from?
That's a great question. That is a great
I know
question.
we've talked about it before.
That's
but
exactly right. Hollis Adams was a superintendent for Nora schools.
Nora?
In Nora schools,
okay.
and I didn't get to meet Mr. Adams, but we understand that in the '60s, before inclusion in schools was even common, even talked about, he was including the students in activities and really wanted them to be a part of their school community. And so then the foundation was named after him. It opened in 1968. We've been in existence almost 50 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And it was started just out of a necessity for something like that, right? Did I
Exactly.
understand that story?
Perfectly.
Exactly.
That's right. The parents that were involved, my parents and parents of that generation were the first not to put their children with developmental disabilities in institutions.
Okay.
So they were the first generation. So all these wonderful programs you see to date, Special Olympics, Best Buddies, all these different programs were developed by that generation. And so, I lost my train of thought there, but
Well,
That's-
1968. I pulled off your website. It's the mission statement of Hollis Adams provides essential social, educational, recreational, and community opportunities for adults with developmental disabilities, so that they may enjoy the same experiences which most of us take for granted. And I know I just interview people all the time. You're just one, it's just like, my gosh, I think my life is hard. And then I listened to your story, but then you didn't, you got involved. These parents decided there was a need. They created
Absolutely.
this wonderful, wonderful place for, I was talking to your program director, which the next segment I'm going to talk to the program director a little bit more, because you've got all these things that you do with your residents, your participants.
right?
Right, good
Right.
word, participants, that I just don't even, there's got to be such a passion. It's just like, I think I work hard. I can't imagine. I'm just so happy that there are people doing what you do.
Well, thank you. That is so sweet.
It's very,
That's
well,
sweet.
I know we've got a couple more segments we do definitely, if it's okay, I'll just impose this right here. We want to make sure that we thank our sponsors, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and we are here at the Wofford Theater like we both are every week, being able to bring wonderful guests and causes and everything else. We will be back in a minute to share a little bit more with your program director, Kim Forster. And then
Absolutely.
we'll bring you back on here in just a few minutes as well. And we'll just try to make sure everybody knows how to find you. And can you really quick tell us, Lisa, how would they find you?
That you can find us on the web, www.hollisadams.org. You can give us a call, 317-489-0100.
Okay, and we'll remind you of that many, many times before we're done. We'll be right back, right?
Terrific. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street Signs and Banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
Welcome back to the Muse, where this morning, actually, it's the Muse to the rescue. That's what it is.
There we go.
Today.
I like that. I like that.
I'm Nicolette Jones. I'm here co-hosting today with Jennifer Johnson, and we are learning about Hollis Adams Foundation and their wonderful organization and the things they do with developmentally disabled adults. And now we have here on the program Kim Forrester, who is their program director, and she's going to share with us just some things they do from day to day and the great activities that go on there.
Well, we have a lot that we do. We stay quite busy.
I don't know how you have time to sit down and breathe or have lunch or anything.
Those don't always happen
They
from
don't
day to
always
day. No, they
happen.
don't.
But you're always smiling, so you must enjoy what you do very much.
Yeah, how can you not smile when the world
Yes.
gives you these wonderful opportunities?
That's cool.
But the Hollis Adams Foundation provides different opportunities to adults with developmental disabilities, and we do like to stay busy because, in our lives, that's part of it. You mentioned earlier that people, friends, relationships are a huge part of people's lives, so we really try to promote that, and it's more difficult in the world of people with disabilities just because the community has obstacles that prevents them from doing so, whether it's transportation or, just communication and those kinds of things that come along with disabilities. So we provide a variety of different opportunities to those people, and one of them is our day program that we have Tuesdays through Fridays from 10 to 4 on the north side of Indianapolis. We also provide evening activities, which would be our water aerobics programs, and we have dances. We do music jam and square dancing, where music jam is oldies through today with karaoke, because that's a lot of fun. People like to sing and dance. And then square dancing was once upon a time with our longtime volunteer square dancing, what you think of country music and that kind of thing. Well, he retired, and we are still looking to find a replacement for the caller, but we try to do country music and western music. We're trying to get some different dancers and whatnot in there, more the structured dances, like YMCAs and those kinds of things that just provides a little more structure and provides variety. And then we have a whole bunch of special events which go throughout the year, where being at Wofford Theater, we actually do offer theater events. We pair with Booth Tarkington Civic Theater and Mud Creek Theater and Beef and Boards, and do those. And actually we would love to come and do things at the Wofford Theater as well. And then we do Pizza Train in October, which is
Pizza train.
a very
Must be getting close to lunch. I'm hungry.
I know,
Yeah,
so
I'm
you hear
like,
my
she said
stomach
pizza, and I'm
growling.
like, I wanna eat.
It's a wonderfully splendid, simple activity that just is easy as can be. We get on at the Fishers train station and ride the train up to Tipton, get off and eat pizza,
Okay.
get back on, and then you would think we're all kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, but no, we are. It's full of energy all the way back. It's just a wonderful social event that we kind of stream into. We also have, let's see, what else do we have? We have themed dances throughout the year. One of them is coming up on May 29th, which is our prom.
Yes, you have a prom
We do.
that is free, as I
It
understand.
is.
How
It
do you
is.
do that? I really want to know. How do you do a free prom?
Well, we actually partner with a bunch of different organizations that also work with adults with disabilities in the community. So, Autism Society of Indiana, Down Syndrome of Indiana, Mephibosheth Ministries, Special Olympics of Hamilton County, Circle of Friends, Hollis Adams Foundation, White River Christian Church, which is
Is where you're gonna have it,
we are
right?
hosting it And there's
It's
one
right
more.
here in
Yep,
Noblesville.
there's one more, and I'm going to kick
not
myself
Janus,
for.
is it?
Oh yes, Janus Developmental
Okay,
Services. They
there
are
we
brand
go.
new with us this year. Thank you.
Well, actually, Kim and I met last week, and I thought I remembered that in Janus is right here in
It's yes,
Noblesville.
it's,
so-
it's yep. So White River Christian Church and Janus are both very local to this community, and we all partner and come together and get sponsors and donations and whatnot. And
So this is, you're in the heat of it. Tell me, I don't mean to get you off the subject of, but you're privately funded.
we are a privately funded nonprofit, which makes us totally different from pretty much every other organization in this community, where we don't take any government funding, and we do
Okay.
all of this
Right.
through our wonderful donors, our wonderful sponsors that year after year contribute to Hollis Adams.
So we'll talk about the prom for a minute, but also if you're privately funded, so how do people help you? I mean, not
That's what I
to
was
jump
gonna ask,
ahead
but,
to
you know, people may
but-
be wondering,
but
yeah,
they-
how do
maybe
I-
give it. Is it on the website?
We do. There is a place to donate where you can go on the
Okay.
website, contacting really anybody within Hollis Adams. We are very small. I think fully manned. We're 7 people, so just about anybody knows and can direct you where
Because
to
it's not
go.
a gigantic staff, and
No, we are a very small staff, which actually makes all of our proceeds really go mostly into our programs.
Right.
We all just kind of jump on board and hold multiple hats, but everything can then go back into all of our programs and make it where we can do things for free. And it's great. Most of our events are, really low cost or free.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why my phone is beeping. I told them to leave me alone. I'm on the show. I don't they know I'm a popular girl. Okay, but okay. So the website.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure.
Probably people watching your show right now.
I know they're saying, "Hey, I want to
Yeah, right.
want to donate money." Okay, so but make sure you say the website. Real
Our
quick.
website is www.hollisadams.org.
Okay,
So,
hollisadams.org, and we talked about, okay, you're privately funded, but this prom is happening May 29th, that's a Saturday,
Friday
Friday
night. Yes.
Okay, and it's at White River Christian Church, and do you know, it is on the screen.
It is. So it's May 29th from 6:30 to 9 at White River Christian Church. It is it's a prom. It's a wonderful event where you come, and it's a formal event, and it's a masquerade ball theme. So everybody dons on their dresses and their suits and put on their masks.
So the mask that you see on the screen, you could actually wear that if you wanted to. I think it's pretty fancy, that's pretty cool.
And
I
we
think it's very
provide masks. We provide.
do you?
Yeah, we
Oh.
provide everything. Not everyone has the means to be able to have formal attire, so we get dresses and suits donated, hair and makeup accessories donated, and you can get your hair, makeup, and your nails done. You get a boutonniere, corsage. You get your pictures taken. You get the pictures that sent home with you at the end of the night, plus a goodie bag. There's
everything you would expect.
yes,
at,
there's
and-
appetizers and
it-
drinks with little umbrellas in it.
Nice.
So it's free. It's
It's
free,
free.
people. So guess what? They need us to get involved and donate and help them. So
Or dancers. We have anybody 16 or older with a developmental disability can come check us out. It's a great
Okay.
way to get involved. There's no pressure getting, a part of any of the organizations. It's a wonderful place to come, dance, enjoy food, enjoy each other, and
Right.
just a fun event. You are popular.
I know. And
And
so,
last
yeah.
question I had in terms of this event or any other activities that you do, if there are people who want to give of their time,
Yes.
does that
Yes,
is that
just
something that you're
contact
open to?
us, and we are always looking for any number of volunteers with not just our prom, but all of our other special events, our day-to-day programs. We
Sure.
would love anybody that would be willing to come, and just contact
So you
us
need
at
to
Hollis
check
Adams.
out, definitely need to check out hollisadams.org. We do want to make sure we thank our sponsors. I know we're coming back here for another segment because that's not the only event they have.
Right.
And
Believe
you
it or
can get
not.
involved in a number of things. We're going to bring Lisa Fohl back on and have her chat a little bit about their mud run.
Mud run.
A
Yes.
mud run? What do you?
No, so I'm excited about that.
We'll be right back.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. and we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
Welcome back to the Muse. I'm Nicolette Jones. This is Jennifer Johnson, and it's actually the Muse to the rescue today.
That it is.
I like that.
And we are here talking with Lisa Fohl. We just talked with Kim Forrester, both of them with this wonderful organization, Hollis Adams Foundation, that works with the developmentally disabled adults. And we've just been talking about the great work that they're doing. Lisa, just tell us how many participants do you serve?
Right, our programs are actually, we have 250 participants. And not all of them will come to all of our programs.
Okay.
But yes, we have 250 different participants that will serve. Many of them will come to the prom that Kim mentioned.
Yes.
Others will come to our day program. A lot come to our evening programs.
Okay, and so these participants, are they pretty local? Do they come from areas a little further out? What's your reach?
Our reach is all, we call it the greater Indianapolis area, but most are from the northern Indianapolis area, the southern Hamilton County area. That is where the majority of them come from. But some drive all the way in from Brownsburg or from way on the east side.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. And I'm curious then, and I know they're adults, but what is the age range of the participants that you
Right.
serve?
So when they complete high school, so anywhere from age 18, but most it's usually 21 or 22. I believe one of our oldest participants in our day program is 65, but I
Nice.
think we have some participants that are actually closer to 75.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Aw.
yes. So a great
That's
range
awesome.
of adults. Yes.
Wow. I can't even imagine. I'm just excited to even.
That's right.
Just a quick question. I was thinking, because when I talked to Kim, I know she said, you have this, I didn't realize you had so many participants. That's quite amazing. But that's between your day and your night program.
Right, and all the special events.
The
too.
special events.
Right.
So your day program, though, what is the rate? I don't remember. I might have written it down, but it's a very small ratio, staff to participants.
Absolutely.
And that's an important part, right?
It's very important.
Okay.
It's their program. And so it's really them coming together. We're facilitating
Right.
the activities and things. The ratio is 1 to 8.
Okay, that's
1
right.
to 8.
You're right.
It is.
I
That's
think
what you
got
read.
the
Oh,
quiz
good.
Right. I just
I'm
want to
glad.
put more on the same page.
No,
That's
that's right.
actually,
That's
that's
right.
pretty awesome because, I mean, I know your staff is only, 7 of you?
right,
It's just
right.
amazing to me that you do
And
all day, every day with your, oh my goodness.
and that we go on outings every day.
You go on
That we
outings.
are out in the community. It is really
I think it'll be
awesome.
fun.
And we fill our van and we go out and we do amazing, wonderful things.
I know you do.
Because they are amazing, wonderful individuals.
Oh, good for you.
Yes.
Speaking of amazing, wonderful things, amazing.
We were talking about the
wonderful
prom, so now you gotta
people.
tell people about them.
They have a program, an event coming up called the Mud Run.
That's right. Hollis Adams Mud Run.
Mud
Hammer
Run.
down. That's
Look at me.
right.
Now listen,
Okay.
I'm the tomboy's girl, so I'm all excited about, mud.
I hope so. Can we
But
sign you up today? That's right. I hope we can. Okay.
Hey, let's talk about
That's
it.
right. But we're
Tell us
asking
about
people to get dirty for a cause. We love this mud run. So if I start getting excited here, just bear with me. We love it for a number of reasons. At Hollis Adams, we have the greatest job. We facilitate friendships, we have fun, and we wanted to have an event that raises, it's our biggest fundraiser. We wanted that to reflect the mentality at Hollis Adams. And so we came up with this idea to do a mud run because people love to get together, work together, do teamwork, and do these type of things. And so the Sertoma Club of East Indianapolis has partnered with us, and they allow us to use their 27-acre facility. We've built this course. Last year, Bastion Solutions came in and helped us. They're engineers that really know what they're doing and helped us build a lot of the obstacles. And what we did is we took these obstacles, it's really cool, and we've adapted them, just like we adapt things in our programs so that the adults that we serve can really get the best benefit out of what we do. We've adapted them. So if you are an athlete and a runner and have done obstacles before, you can go down the left side and you will be challenged. One of the guys running this is what he does, and he's like, it challenges him. But if you go down the right side, even I can do this course. And let me just tell you, they're always saying, what? So we adapt it so that people like myself can figure out a way to get up over that wall and then climb down the wall. And so there's all these, adaptations. And it's on May 30th.
May 30th.
It's Saturday. It's the last, Saturday in May. It's the weekend after Memorial Weekend. So no excuses here.
Right, absolutely.
No excuses.
Absolutely. You've just eaten all that food.
Absolutely.
You
Had a
run it
great
off.
month of May. Been celebrating that month of May,
Right.
all the things that are happening in Indianapolis, and then you get to come out.
Yes.
And it's a great team building, wonderful activity.
Okay, so how do people like myself, how do we get involved in that? Is it, we just come out and participate? Do we get a team together? Or how does that work?
All the above. You can sign up as an individual. You can sign up as a team. We've got corporate.
So you would go to the website,
Yes,
right?
Hollis
Okay.
Adams Mud Run. We've got a great Facebook page. You can, you can search Hollis Adams Mud Run. You can go to the hollisadams.org site and go to the Mud Run.
So you can sign up
You can get there, yes, absolutely.
Now, I would assume it's not free.
It is not free.
Okay, but
That's
they can
right.
find that information there.
Absolutely,
And it's
yes.
all-
And actually, can I just say that May 1st, the price is going to go up. So I
Okay.
would encourage
Yeah.
people to.
Get it in
Yes,
before May
indeed.
1st.
That's
Okay.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. So there's a little sense of urgency here.
Right.
Right. And
Right.
then, for the first, I believe that what they decided was the first 500 runners, that they may get some special swag, We've got some special incentives for them too, and those numbers are starting to fill up too. So
Wow, and I would just say, you've got the prom on Friday night.
we do.
Then
We're going to
you-
look good on Friday.
I mean,
Yes.
and muddy
muddy
on
it all up on
Saturday.
Saturday.
That's right.
Yes.
What a great weekend.
Yeah.
It's like the trash the dress thing. You're going to look
Yeah.
and bring their...
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's great. I never thought of that. Well, last year it was opposite. We had the mud run during the day and then prom by night. And so I'm telling
so
you what,
that's
trying to get all
why-
that mud off, So this is, I
Right.
think this is a little bit better way
Yeah.
to do that.
Well,
That's
actually,
right.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. And once again, how do they get a hold of somebody there?
HollisAdams.org or Hollis Adams Mud Run. You can look at
Okay,
it,
okay.
Yes.
And there's Facebook page for the Mud Run, definitely.
Absolutely. And, and our participants that, they run in this too. It's really a great
Well,
thing.
what
yeah.
a good time that would be. So let's see, what was I going to show you? We want to make sure we always thank our sponsors. We are
Absolutely,
going to
yes.
come back for another segment and kind of wrap this crazy fun day up. I hate to
Yes.
do that because we'll actually have you back.
That'd
I
be
know I've
wonderful.
got Kim scheduled for my show in later in the summer, but it's like
that's
your
super.
month of May is just packed.
It
So we
is.
wanted to make sure we share it with everybody.
Thank you.
Who are our
Thank you.
sponsors again, Nicolette?
Our sponsors today.
I forgot.
We want to
Just
thank
kidding.
Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street. And we want to thank the Wofford Theater and our producer, Jim, today. We want to thank him so much.
Yes, we do.
Excellent.
We do. And we will come back. We'll try to figure it out. Maybe I'll just sit behind or something and get Kim back up here and make sure that we figure out and make sure everybody knows that there's no question. You need volunteers, you need
Absolutely.
participants, there's just so much. And you're privately funded, so
We
you
are.
need all you can get.
We
so.
need all the support we can get. Thank
Okay,
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We'll be right back, right?
Back.
Okay.
Yes, we will.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
You're up.
Welcome back.
They caught me.
The Muse to the rescue. I'm Nicolette Jones. I'm here with Jennifer Johnson. Yes, and we've had a fun time today just interviewing Lisa Fohl and Kim Forrester from the Hollis Adams Foundation, and they do just wonderful work with the developmentally disabled adults. It's almost a tongue twister. I have to slow down and think about what I'm saying. But we have really learned a lot about what they're doing, and I'm sure there's so much more that they can talk about. We just don't have enough time on the show, so we promise that we'll have them back here at Hamilton County TV in the near future. But Kim, the Mud Run, is a fundraiser, and I'm sure you do several fundraisers. Talk with our viewers and listeners about the funds that you raise and what do you do with those.
And as we mentioned before, Hollis Adams is a privately funded nonprofit. And the greatest thing about our fundraisers is that all of the proceeds go back to Hollis Adams Foundation. So 100% of what we make goes back into our programming, which also makes us different. And they help us support. We supplement every single one of our programs, and they go back in. So those that can't afford, a lot of our participants are living off of Medicaid and Social Security and just can't afford a lot of these. So we try to do as many free events as possible and then try to make our prices affordable, because otherwise they will be isolated or alone, and we want friendships and we want to do all these wonderful things. So all of our proceeds will benefit the Hollis Adams Foundation.
Yes, 100% of the proceeds, and I know oftentimes that's important to, to some donors. They really want to know, how much of the money is actually going back into the program to help the participants or, the cause that it serves. So that is just awesome to know that 100% of your donations go back to serve the participants of Hollis Adams.
Right. So many other programs, I think we mentioned before, Janus Development, there's Noble of Indiana. There are amazing organizations out there that also serve the same clientele, that we serve. Most of their funding, a lot of their funding is from what is called Medicaid waiver.
Right.
Okay, and which does tremendous things. And, that it can be for activities of daily living, it can be for job skills development. There's all kinds of things that these organizations that are doing great. But what our parents realized, 60, almost 50, in 1968, almost 50 years ago,
Yeah.
that friendships and your community is so important. And so we try to combine both of those concepts with Hollis Adams Foundation. And so what we are doing is facilitating those friendships, but also asking the community to support what we're doing, because we feel it's very important. The people, the participants that come, that we serve, they are a gem for the community. And that's what people realize when we go out and we take our trips and we do this. They're like, where have they been hidden? And that is kind of sad. They have been hidden and isolated so often.
Yeah.
So this is to celebrate, and I think that the community needs to embrace this. So, we feel very strongly about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have we have a little bus that drives all around town. We go, we're out in the community every day. And part of being a part of the community is so many people support us, and we in turn like to also try to support people. So during our day program, we actually go out and volunteer different places in the community. We're always looking for different partners and places where we can come volunteer or where we can come hang out and we can come do all these wonderful things.
Right.
So, yeah, it's
And,
been...
and speaking of that little bus, that's a great little story. So this little bus was donated to us for $1 from an organization in Birmingham, Alabama, that also
Nice.
serves adults with developmental disability. But our bus is sad right now because it needs $2,500 worth of work. It has no air conditioning, and the summer is coming up. So we've decided that during the mud run, we're going to put a jar in there, and we're going to ask for donations for,
Sure.
and encourage people to put some air conditioning on that bus.
Absolutely.
Cool things down a
That,
bit. That's
that allows
right.
us to get out and about, and
Yes.
actually it's wheelchair accessible, so it allows us to transport those that are often only transported by their parents, and it gives them a sense of freedom and kind of it's their bus is what they've
Right.
claimed at this point. So
Actually, that's a great mission moment. We we
Yes,
like to
I
talk
was
about
just-
mission moments.
I
Yeah.
was just getting ready
And
to say.
so we have Calvin, who is a wheelchair user, and when we pulled up with that van for the first time, and it was wheelchair accessible, Calvin got so excited, and he calls it his van, and he said, he goes, "This will be the first time that I get to go somewhere without my parents."
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Because they've always had to transport him, because Calvin was always had to be transported by his mom or his father in their wheelchair accessible vehicle. So this was, we don't think about those things.
No, we don't. That's what I was gonna say. Speaking of things that we generally take for granted, right?
Right.
We can just, get up and go with our friends at any time, right? With them, at any time, as long as mom and dad says it's okay, or, or as adults, we just go, hang out. And we don't have to think about, that. So yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
imagine being 15 when you're waiting for your parents to transport you everywhere, and that's most of our population because they, more often than not, don't drive.
Right.
But you were so social at that point in time, and you're just waiting, come on, Mom, I want to go somewhere, and that's our guys. So
Yes.
it's wonderful that we're able to go about town and do these things and, partner with public transportation that allows them to do that kind of stuff too.
Right. And volunteer. We
Absolutely.
volunteer out in the community also.
I think that's pretty cool myself.
It
I never
really
thought, I
is.
was thinking people volunteering for you or with
Right.
you, but you're volunteering out in the community.
Yes,
What a
yes.
great thing.
Serving
Total- yeah.
Meals on Wheels, delivering Meals on
Delivering
Wheels.
meals for
Awesome.
Meals on Wheels, and we've gone to Westminster food pantries and different things and helped out the homeless, and we try to do whatever we can.
So the fact that we could get both of them here today, I can't imagine what they're doing back.
I
in
know,
Well,
that's
we're
what
hoping
I
it's going well.
I'm just thinking, oh my
And
gosh,
it's going well.
they've gone out and they're partying all over town without you guys.
Hey, I hope so. I truly hope
It's
so.
true. Now, I would, just one thing I was going to, I know that your program in general, and this may not be the ending point necessarily or ending number or whatever we want to say, but your prices are very inexpensive, right?
Exactly. So that's what we utilize the funding for,
Right.
is to supplement those prices. Comparable programs through the Medicaid waiver system and all that are like $65 a day, and ours are $20 a day for our day program.
And that includes lunch and the outing and all the activities for the entire day, which
And-
also makes it
Right.
different.
I just
But
think
we
that's amazing.
cannot do that without funding.
Right.
We
Absolutely.
cannot do that
So
without the
they
community.
need funding,
Yes,
people. They
indeed.
need funding. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say it again. They need
That's right, and we
Right.
appreciate
So
our
it's
donors.
hollisadams.org.
Correct.
Actually, that's another thing we do is we thank our donors.
Yes,
Those
indeed.
people that support us and continue to support us, we try to give back to them as well, and our participants will often go and drop off thank yous to those that help
That's
us out.
always nice.
So,
Right.
That is.
It's really, they
Especially
love
for
doing that.
donors, you know, and I know as a giver myself, sometimes you want to put a face with, you know, what you're giving to or the cause that you're giving to, and so to be able to interact personally like that.
That's
is
great.
awesome.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We're about out of time
Aren't
already.
we?
Well,
Already.
thank you.
And you're welcome.
That's right.
We would like to thank our sponsors
Yes.
here, Hamilton County Television and Logan Street Signs and Banners, and a great, what's he called?
Producer.
Producer. Goofy man behind the
Call by
computer.
many names.
There you go.
Called by many names. And I'm Jennifer Johnson, Jennifer to the rescue. It's been a pleasure to be here today.
Yes, thank
Nicolette
you.
Jones with the Muse, and again, just we've had a wonderful time today. We know you have enjoyed this show today, and again, look up Hollis Adams. Give that website
right.
one more time.
www.hollisadams.org.
All righty, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
next
Thank you.
week.